You like rain or what?
I had a friend coming into Newton on a train, Amtrak train from California.
Oh,
Supposed to be there at 2 a.m.
Oh,
And as we're starting out and checking the schedule, the train's gonna be an hour late. And so, and then it's an hour and a half each way.
right.
So I got to bed about 6:20 and got up at 8:20 because I'm here.
I was gonna say, you're here.
So if I snore, just,
Yeah.
holler
Okay,
at me.
we'll just, yeah.
Wake up.
We're good.
Well, we'll get started. If everybody please stand and we'll say the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, who wants to start?
I could go ahead. I had a couple meetings last week with, of course, we had the joint city-county meeting on Monday, and that's always nice to get together and hear what everybody's doing. I didn't know about the clear bag policy for the games, so that's good. I haven't seen the clear bag policy at all sporting events.
Well, it just started.
All sporting events that they'll have, and then also the cell phones. I didn't know that they don't have cell phones in the high school anymore. City county update, they went over some of that. We visited, or I had mentioned about having the joint or finding civic groups maybe to work on some of the intersections in town, and maybe, and this would be next fall or next spring, I guess, doing some of that. Did have the joint, or not the joint, the Evergy meeting on Wednesday, and that was a insightful meeting as well with all the some of the higher ups at Evergy, and they did pretty much say that they were not aware that we were having an issue here, with the 19, the EDC director had mentioned there was 19 instances where they were kind of turned down or not able to have a business be interested in this area due to the fact that they didn't feel like there's ample amount of energy, and they weren't aware that there was a problem, and so they want to get to the bottom of trying to find out who gave them that information. So I think at the end of the day, Evergy said that they felt like there was ample energy in this area, and that they would be working closely with our region to make sure that, when that comes up again, that they're talking to the proper people to find out, and get the correct answers. So I think at the end of the day, I think that was a good meeting, and it was good to get with all those people. Then, of course, on Thursday or Friday, I get mixed up in my days, attended the MAC breakfast, and that was always good to hear that information. Someone had asked me, I think going in, about the hospital closing again, and they said their daughter had gotten a job. She's an RN, and then hadn't got a report date, and then she got another letter to pretty much pursuing her and applying for a job, and it's like, so she was kind of confused. So that in that sense, then she was like, and they asked, are they closing, or, were we more familiar with what was going on there?
No, they're not closing.
Yeah, and that's.
They talked about it, but
Yeah.
then they
Yeah.
have changed their
So
mind, which
that-
I'm glad.
Sure, yeah.
Because a lot of people have retired here because they have
Mhm.
an army hospital closed, so.
Mhm, yeah. So, and that's pretty much what I had attended.
I too thought that the joint meeting went well. I am glad that we do meet and talk about stuff like that. Just, it's good to get with the other elected officials. I attended a meeting with, Public Works, Finance, and legal about the RFQs for the Safe Streets for All. Going over those proposals, and I think we narrowed it down to two to interview, so.
Is that the committee that they had sent that out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And then I attended the Flint Hills Regional Council, or the Flint Hills Adibus Board of Directors meeting with both entities, because there's two different groups that govern that entity, and so we had a joint meeting and went over goals for the year and different things they're wanting to do, and they're wanting to have a building over here, and so that's going to be one of their goals, and increase the service. So, and then I was asked to do watermelon feed at the high school for their Junior Days camp that they had, and that was fun. I was glad I was able to do that, so that's it.
Good. Well, I didn't have any meetings. I spent most of my time at the chiropractor. So, but yeah, the joint meeting went well. I was a little taken aback by Mayor Landis when he talked about the homeless. I mean, I knew we had some, I didn't know it was that much. And then I've had a lot of people ask me about it. I said, well, I'm not really privy to all the numbers and where they're coming from. But,
So, and this is not to take away, because we do have homeless in this community, but if somebody, say they get a divorce and they move in with their parents and they have children, they are considered homeless.
okay,
Because they don't have their own home, they're living with a parent. So,
or a grandparent.
or a grandparent, that's what I meant. And so, so there's different levels, I guess, of homelessness. But there are kids that are sleeping in cars, and there are kids that, go from hotel to hotel, and I'm glad that there's, something there, with that McKinney, I can't remember, Bento McKinney, is that what- McKinney Bento. So they're able to help with those.
And that's what one of our first fundraiser was for, when we had that county golf tournament.
Yes, it was.
McKinney. Other than that, I don't really have anything. The only thing I noticed, since I was a little late getting here for commission review and update last week, well, no, it wasn't in that. It was when the sheriff was giving his report about the building and possibly partnering with the police department. And I don't feel that's a great idea, because I think we need to be separated, and not, because if per se they move in, or they would almost have to help us pay for the building.
Well, that's what they need.
Well, I know, but I don't know. I think the perception from the public would be, oh, it's consolidation. And so I think that needs to be studied a little further.
Well, yeah, it would be, I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna do that, but I definitely think it needs to be explored and looked at, because I think it would be cheaper.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, when you think of the significance of two and whatever number, what was it, 98 or $100 million for a new facility for one, and then to have two facilities like that go up at the same time, that was my question. I know a lot of people don't like consolidation. So, yeah, all those factors need to be taken in consideration, because consolidation isn't always a good thing, so.
That's
I
all
just was saying it just in that when they, that when he was talking about the police department, I just had mentioned that too. Gosh, that's a big hit.
Mhm. Other than that, Betsy, you have anything?
No, I don't think, we're gonna do road viewers, if you guys wanna be thinking about who you'd like to nominate. And then the 4-H building, we're gonna have a hearing next week for the tax sale, but the 4-H building is all booked up on 10/24. Which was kind of, we have to publish 3 more times after final hearing. So that leaves 10/18 just in the morning, is all they have available, or 11/1, I believe. So if you guys want to think about if you have any preference on 10/18 versus in the AM, I think that the building is rented starting at 2 or 3. 10/18 might be a little tough for me, but I know we talked about October, or 11/1.
I think 11/1 would be good.
Okay.
Because, well, Apple Days is that weekend. They,
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, 11/1, 2 hours enough time?
I would think so.
Okay.
I would think so. You think we should start like at 9 or 10, or what are you guys thinking time-wise?
I would say 9 or 10. 10 would be good.
10 would be good,
10? Okay.
10/1.
So this is the actual tax sale, Betsy?
Yes,
And it's an away game.
it is.
No. Oh, it's not on my calendar.
Okay, we have to get the, an order and things on that, but I think we could tentatively talk about that as a good date.
Hey, Crystal.
Ready for me?
Yes, we are.
Good morning. Crystal Maltos, HR Director. One department head notification form, and this is mine. Originally, Tiffany and Jenny were gonna go to the Kansas SHRM conference this month, but due to a schedule conflict, Tiffany can no longer attend, and since we've already paid for it, we're just switching the registration from Tiffany to myself. And we've already done that on that end, so we actually may get a refund a little bit because I'm a SHRM member and she's not, so I'm actually save some money there. First thing I have is that agreement that we discussed a couple weeks ago finally came in, so I just need the motion to allow Keith to sign off on it.
Agreement on what? Oh, yes. Hey, I'm a little slow today. I make a motion that we, have Keith sign the, agreement, reference a legal case. I'll second.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Oh, okay.
Aye.
Aye.
And then, with our training day coming up, in the past, you have authorized a grand prize drawing. One of the door prizes as 1 day up to 8 hours of annual leave. And I'd like to get that authorized again for us to offer, for the attendees of the training day.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, thank you. And then the last thing I have for each of you is a copy of the pay scale for, not pay scale, the pay dates for next year with the holidays. You don't have to review and decide this right now unless you already want to, but it's the list of proposed holidays for 2026. All the holidays fall on their actual days next year. The only one that's observed is the 4th of July because it falls on a Saturday. So we would recognize that on Friday. Everything else falls on its actual holiday. And then Christmas falls on a Friday, so I put Thursday, Christmas Eve as the Christmas float.
Can you send it to me?
Especially if they approve it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. But I'll stand for any questions that you may have. And again, if you want an opportunity to review the holidays, that's perfectly fine. I can get that approved next week or whatever.
You want a motion for that?
We need a motion to approve the holidays for next year.
I'll make a motion to approve the payroll and proposed holiday schedule for 2026.
Second.
Then moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Trish, how many counties did you say in Kansas have a consolidated PD?
Well, the only one I know about is Topeka. There might be others, but, that's the only one that I've physically been in.
And did you say that's down by the post office? Because Addie has dance things right up the street at TPAC all the time, so it's just, we park there, I think.
Yeah, you can see it from the interstate when you get off the interstate.
Yeah,
and
where
then-
when you take the X352, yeah, okay.
So they have
Right
one
across the
building,
street.
but they don't have consolidated law enforcement.
No, just the building,
Okay.
just the building. And then they don't even, the city runs the jail,
Oh,
like it's just totally separate. I don't know if it's the city, but it's a different entity
somebody,
than
yeah.
than the sheriff.
Yeah.
Betsy, are you expecting anybody else for the noise resolution?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
The sheriff said he approved it. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Make a motion that we, unless we want to have a discussion, make a motion that we accept the resolution 0902-2025.
I don't have any discussion. I'll second the motion.
Well, I think you guys did a good job. Okay, so I have a motion and a second to adopt resolution 0902-2025 with in regards to noise in the unincorporated areas of the county. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you, guys.
Do you have a separate?
Yes. Yeah, I guess.
Betsy, do you have a separate copy for us to sign?
I just have those 4 copies, so you each. have
Just use one.
Yeah, just use one.
Because the one I have says okay.
Okay.
Here, you can use one, sure, if you like.
It is unblemished.
Mr. Livingston got to come over here again.
I know, right? It was a treat.
I know.
Thank you, Troy.
You bet. We'll see you guys.
Kathy.
Thank you.
And run this over to Crystal.
Okay.
Betsy, where are we in the number of parcels now for tax sale?
I think we're still over 100. I think we're probably between 110 and 115.
So when do you start publishing?
We've already done a notice of suit. We've done that 3 times.
Oh, we have, okay.
Right. And we had a hearing on the August 14th. I think it was August 14th, where we took judgment over everyone who we'd gotten served and their time had expired. We have another hearing next week on September 11th, where I think we should take judgment on most all the other parcels. And hopefully we'll have the judge, order us to be the judgment creditor on those, and then we can set the sale, make an order to sale. Once we do that, we can publish again. And we'll do it 3 more times.
Everything's clear title now, right?
We're working hard to get it that way.
Huh?
We're working hard to get it that way.
Okay.
I mean, we give sheriff's deeds, we don't give warranty deeds.
Oh, okay.
You guys see that? I know what's at.
Oh,
I want to just look at this real quick, because did you go to the AUSA one, not the presidential?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I did too, and I was like,
I enjoyed that. One,
I guess I
one,
don't need to look, I do remember.
well, one year I sat with a whole bunch of representatives from all over the place. Because they built engines for a lot of the military equipment. So yeah, it depends on who you get set with.
Yeah.
But
Beth said.
Oh, why are we very solid?
Presidential was because it's
I know.
probably.
That's why I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, basically, it's wide open and food bars are around. And then you walk by and shake the president and maybe stop saying,
Did you get are you better then with your chiropractic stuff?
a little bit.
Did they say it was that or me?
No, a lot of inflammation. So I sit and do some exercises and supposed to walk and, you know, it's so painful to walk. So.
you're-
I may,
It's
I
not
may
like
go
you're
back.
not active on the farm unless you're pulling our leg when you're sitting, unless Anita's doing all the work.
Well, she's been carrying a lot of the load. So. yesterday-
Senator Argabright had asked at the MAC breakfast, he thought he would see you. And I said, I don't know, I said he was ailing a little bit, so I said.
Yeah, mornings seem to be the worst.
That's cardinal arthritis.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Takes a while to get it moving.
Yeah,
Hmm.
everything limbered up. Well, I'll send you a text then.
You what?
I'll send Mike a text.
Who was at the, energy meeting besides you and was, Nikki, was there like other, communities or just us?
It was just us, yeah.
Who was on
At the Evergy meeting, Schmidt was with, and then Tyler was with the representative for Marshall. So those 4 representatives for those, Marshall, and of course Schmidt was there, myself, and then Nate Butler was there, city manager was there,
Was Jim there?
Jim Schmidt was there, and, I'm trying to think, city manager and Ray, and then the attorney for the city, Britton Stites. And then there was 4 or 5 representatives from Evergy there.
Okay, I'm glad.
Was Mickey there?
And Mickey, yes.
She's the one that
Yeah,
said.
he wasn't the guy that was not very happy, and he wanted to know the representative, I think Ebony was her name, that they talk with the most. He was pretty adamant about finding out what where the drop in communication was. He was pretty upset about it, so.
Well,
Because they said the way that they talked, they were like, there's ample energy around here that they can get easily.
And Mickey had told at some point, obviously on something, and whoever she talked to there, when she said that there wasn't, energy and they couldn't get the transformers. Because everything was being used.
They talk
over-
about where they were. I've got a map here of where all they are and
Huh.
again, they were, they showed how much, I don't know, and all that, the ampage, where it was, where they're located, how much that they, provide and everything else. So they were like, there shouldn't be any problems here.
Well, that's quite a big discrepancy. They need to find out
Yeah.
who said that or where it came from.
Well, other communities are being told the same thing.
Yeah, we're not the only
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's just not us, so.
Why, well, there's articles about that, but it's more, going west, further west you go and stuff. They were talking about those data centers, and what was that meeting that came up, how much it took and all that. And again, they were using that comparison to, what they would be using compared to what we needed. And, that we would just need like a fragment of what they are getting. And so, it was interesting. I wasn't that in tune to all that, but it was as interesting as energy spectacle can be
Where was the meeting?
at the EDC office.
What day was that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. That's good. Because Dewey asked me after the joint meeting whether I met with Energy, and I said no. So.
I think I was asked since I was a newbie
mm,
to get, be privy to it, not privy, but to, hear some of it, because I
Sure.
think I'd mentioned something to maybe make it one time about it, and then, so maybe that's why, and I appreciated it, because I'm not gonna know all that you guys, all the things going on. So that was,
Well, good.
I appreciated it. And keep that, what that Evergy meeting was, because we had the commission meeting, then I went to Evergy, and then I went to the joint board meeting, so that's probably what Dewey said. Our meeting prior to that was on the Wednesday before.
mm.
Ms. Teresa, on that, noise resolution, we're gonna publish that one.
Oh, okay. I'll have Courtney send that in.
Thank you.
Ask questions. They have, they have public comment at 12. Thank you. We're waiting for 10:45 here for this emergency management to come in and speak. Three tours Afghanistan. Yeah. Is that hard? No.
So these district court vouchers, in essence, you can't do anything about them. We approve them, but what if we would have questionable?
I usually Tammy will call Nikki or if there's an issue with it.
What would happen if it was one that nothing happened, right?
We can make a decision on what to pay someone for student vehicles as well. I mean, we control the budget.
I just wonder about corrections in that when we, no, we don't.
Corrections work for us.
Yeah, that's true,
Yeah.
but corrections.
But, Judge Sexton and me are, that they would be more than open to share with saying, because there was a time they were putting in prior to going to class. So we get paid their mileage before then, and we could stop that. And Tammy's the one that caught that, because I didn't even notice those.
Did you get my letter? Okay.
Good job, my man.
Okay.
Good job.
Good.
My lady.
My
Okay,
lady.
yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I got some answers anyway.
Well, that would have put a stop to it from the very beginning when I was,
I'd like to sell you that truck though.
pardon?
I'd like to sell you that thing.
No. Yeah.
Keith could probably use it out on the ranch.
He's not paying attention.
Fit right in with them John Deere tractors.
Do you use, Brad, to put your lights up? Do you put lights up?
No.
I just had Jason finally got my Gobi lights up. And they're kind of fun.
Cause they do.
Then I have to go back.
What are you talking about?
They put like
Like,
over.
that was.
Lights up somewhere.
What?
Lights up
But you
somewhere.
could choose different ones for the different holidays.
So is that from
That's Jason, but
Jason, your
yeah,
son?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was $200 and then. Yeah, that's what I told him. I said you should start doing that. Lights.
You just got an app on your
We
phone?
can't hear me.
Yeah, then I choose the festive ends and I choose it for Halloween.
On your house?
You could do, you could put the Jason one, you could do that one.
You have turtle?
No, that was day before I had put Jason, put him on the day, so you could do the Jason lights.
Yeah.
Just did that one.
Goodness.
Nothing.
Pretty nice. There's the one, but that's pretty though.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's what-
Just to light it
That's what
up.
he
Yeah.
had.
Oh.
But it wasn't very big area.
Check it out if you want.
Yeah.
I like how he.
I like that.
Now we have
I
lights
like
on
that
Pennville,
it's
right?
nice.
It's just on the
Only
on
on-
both
on-
sides.
On the Washington side?
Around
As far as I know, it's like they wanted us to do. Take
Yeah,
streets
yeah.
before that, and just go,
Yeah, but we,
not at this time.
yeah.
A detour through town when they destroy that.
I never in town at the dark, so I couldn't, never did see them. Cause did they turn them on last year? Yeah.
Did you do the game Saturday?
Pardon?
Did you go to the games?
Yeah,
We were on,
I was in so much pain.
I was gonna say, what did
I-
you do?
The rest of the time I just sat in the lawn chair in the parking lot,
we went,
listened on the radio, and
we had the concession stand over on the northeast side, student section. We sold 700 and some hot dogs and 16, our water case, you know, with water case, all that water, 1,600, over 1,600
Oh
waters.
my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, we're like,
Busy, busy.
yeah. Yeah. I was like, holy cow.
well, we were gonna stay for the drone show. And the way the game is going, I told Nita, I said, I can't sit here any longer. Not because of that, because of my back. So I left with 5 minutes left in the game. And shoot,
Missed the best part.
And when we left when it was like 2 or 3 minutes left, I told the girls, I said, let's start walking to our bus, you know? And, we were like, people were just flat. Now, the thing, I said, we went to a Royals game one time, and, you know, then it turned around, and then we got the
Yeah,
buses
well, I don't think
on the bus, and then
anybody
they
thought
scored a
that,
touchdown.
yeah, that was gonna happen.
well, I know when we got the car, and next thing I know, here's Nita and Bob Williamson, they're ready to go. And I'm like, okay. And I guess not, I'm watching the drone show, and
I've seen the video of that, most of it. That
Where'd you
was
see
pretty cool. Somebody
It's on-
posted on
It's
Facebook.
on Wildcat Saloon.
Yeah.
Yes, New Family, whatever, it's on every one of those.
But boy, that's pretty cool.
I didn't even get to go out and watch any of the games, I'd worked.
Because you were so busy.
I never dreamt that we always did basketball and it wasn't that.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
Get wet?
Nope.
All right. Gary, you ready to roll?
Gary Burgess, Geary County Emergency Management and Rural Fire Chief. Kurt Yonke, Assistant for both Emergency Management and Rural Fire. Year-to-date on fires, we're at 90, same period in 24 at 72. So we're 18 ahead of last year at this time. Month of August, we had a total of 8 fires. Big one was a motor home and trailer fire out on Interstate, completely destroyed the trailer full of household and garage goods, is how I'd put it. It was right inside Grandview Plaza jurisdiction. Us and Grandview responded, and we were there about 2 hours on that. The motor home, we had 2 separate fires because they were able to extinguish both or move them apart from each other. So we worked together and we got them both knocked down with no problem. They were able to drive the motor home away from the scene, so, which is good. We spent the month of August doing a lot of training. We took that burnt house from down on 57. It's going to be demolished here in the next month or so. The owners told us we'd go down and practice with it. Because of EPA laws and KDHE regulations, we cannot burn it down and use it for active training, but we can go in and set small fires. So we've been doing some ventilation, some roof work, doing a whole bunch of stuff on the inside of that. Wednesday night, we're going back down there doing one more deal of training. It depends on weather dependent. We don't want to tear up the yard or the grounds around there. And then this Saturday, we're going to go down and fill it full of smoke and heat using straw and burn barrels and put our guys in Grandview Plaza through a lot of different scenarios and stuff. Grandview's been down there with us on all the training and stuff we're doing, working with them very well. We also did the training on that combi tool 2 weeks ago. We put a lot of pictures on Facebook with it. We did our staff and our Station 1 personnel, that'll be the main ones using it. We're the ones that went through the training with Wise Fire, who we bought it from. And it's been placed and ready to go. And it's on our main pumper out of Station 1. So if we get a call out with this fire, or we need that tool, that truck will be the one responding on that. Kurt and I have till the end of the year to get our EMT recertification done, 28 hours. Most of it is online. We've been working on that in our spare time, go online, take an hour-long class and then do testing afterwards to get our hours. So we got 28 hours that we have to get done. Next week, both of us will be over at the KEMA conference over in Manhattan. We'll be coming back every night. I'll be gone Monday afternoon through Tuesday noon, or through Thursday noon. Kurt will leave out Tuesday morning and be back Thursday at noon. I think it's just over Manhattan, so we do not have motel rooms to do. And the last thing, the EMPG grant application for 2025. We're still working on the 24 year. We don't know where we're at with that, but the 25 came out on Friday. They're looking at the EMPG program across the United States took a 9% cut for fiscal year 24 by Congress. The 2025, they're looking at probably a 10% decrease. Last year we got about 29,000. I'm not sure where that's all going to fall in for us. Depends a lot on how many other agencies across the state are putting in for it. But we'd like to go ahead and apply for that. It's just the normal paperwork, and I do have, we'll need key signature on this if we decide to do it.
Absolutely.
So I think we should.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you? Isn't that your recommendation?
Yeah, I'm trying to save you guys some money. I'll get you some money.
We always like that.
Kathy, you good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll get your signature, and that's all we've got today, so. You don't have anything? No? Okay.
Thank you.
That was quick.
Yep.
Any report on the rain when I talked to you last night?
Rain?
Well, I talked to you about moms.
Yeah. I had 001 and then this morning it just jumped up. I had a 3 hour.
Oh, yeah, there's man. So. Yeah, pretty.
And then try to look at stuff later on, trying to get paperwork.
Jeremy, I think Jeremy's gonna give her.
Yeah, just got his route, so.
Yeah.
So, okay,
All right.
you want to talk to that?
Yeah. So you all that way must have got more rain yesterday than we did here in town.
I guess. Saturday, we had, what, 90 hundredths Saturday.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Kathy, I sent you that, app, for the pool,
Oh, okay, thank you.
because it tells you that you don't have to test, it'll tell you if you're low on stuff.
Yeah, that's good, 'cause my water still, yesterday I was out there still kind of not clear, so you have to go there again.
Well, closed it this weekend. Mine was supposed to be over 8.
He's going to close it this, yeah.
We should have, well, we had everybody home.
They said they have the temperature around 60 degrees or lower, which makes sense. It was pretty chilly when I reached down in there. I dropped my thing down there and I can't see it. My water tests okay.
Is it
but
still
just
so
cloudy?
cloudy?
Yeah. Hello?
Oh, yeah, just a minute.
We're ready for you.
Yeah, sure. I guess I should have said, don't sit down.
Hi there.
Good morning, Commission. Jeremy Myers, Public Works Administrator. Kaylin Ross is Administrative Services Manager with me here today. First thing we have is that Samsara Amendment Approval Request. As you'll recall, we had that demo on that, adding that program to our Samsara agreement. I did speak with Tammy in Finance and she was on board, thought it would be a great idea to add that for future budgeting and tracking of our assets and those sorts of things, and comfortable that we can pay through our public works for that until 2027. So with that, I would ask commission to approve of the amendment for that program to be added to the Samsara contract.
So moved, I think that is a great program to, help with efficiency and labor and everything else, and, and depending on how it goes with you guys, looking at it for other departments.
Okay.
So, yeah, so moved.
Second?
You want to include in your motion to authorize Jeremy to
Oh,
sign?
yes, and to authorize Jeremy to sign.
Okay. Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So, yeah.
All right, thank you. Next, we have the SO janitorial contract signature request. We have gone through that. Sheriff's Department has went through it as well. Everybody is comfortable with that, so I'd recommend commission approval to accept that contract with A+ Cleaners and for commission chair to sign that.
Been moved and seconded to, sign the sheriff office janitorial contract. And it's good for how long?
It'll be till December of this year. Yes.
All those in favor say aye.
And they can request an extension 30 days prior to.
And when do they start?
I'll start here right away.
Right away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next thing would be CIC Weed Management Program. On August 21st at the CIC Symposium, it was announced that the weed management program will no longer be continued through CIC. From their presentation, they stated CIC will provide support only through 7/1 of 2026, and CIC will refund enhancement fees charged in 2025, and no enhancement fees will be charged in 2026. Kaylin and the gals and Jason have reached out to other counties, asked them what program they're using. All of them are using the STAR program. So we do have a demo meeting for tomorrow with STAR to possibly try to get something established for January 1 of 2026.
How come they're discontinuing it?
I don't think enough counties use it. And even their staff, when we call, and we have a help ticket in right now, but the first lady told us she has no training in the weed program, so she had no really idea on how to help us. She sent it to another, what do they call them, engineer or something like that, same kind of term, and they didn't know the weed program at all, so we're still waiting on someone to help us that knows anything about the program, so. Not really a loss, because we've had a bunch of issues,
Yeah,
but
it's been rather challenging since it was implemented down there with the inventory numbers matching up and it just constantly being something here or there with it. So. Next is landfill special opening on 8/23 of 2025. We opened that to assist the city with cleanup and residents. Jason Noxious Weed worked down there that day and reported that 69 loads of debris were brought into the site by private residents. There were no city or contractors that brought loads in, so 69 residents took advantage of that. So I think that was very helpful for them. Update on Skiddy Culvert project. Those culverts were installed last week. We do have some gravel patches where we had to cut the roadway, asphalt roadway, and we'll patch those over here in the next couple weeks. So those turned out really well. Katy Bridge project, we did close down that bridge today. Marshall's out putting up the detour sign and closing that down so we can start that decking and stringer replacement project that's expected to be closed for approximately 3 weeks. So we've got gonna get that going and wrapped up. Last night, Keith called, I got some calls from Geary as well with some rains out on the south east portion of the county. We did call in some blade hands at 7 o'clock this morning to get a jump on that and get some roadways washed over, graded over. There was a lot of heavy washing and things. A lot of debris on low water crossings, so we got people out removing that right now as well. And we did receive the replacement dump truck, the Kenworth T880 that was approved by commission to replace the International that was lost in an accident. So just wanted to thank you guys again for supporting us and getting that replaced, and it has arrived, and they were there Friday putting a radio in it and getting decals put on it. So I think we'll kind of let that one ride here for a minute and use that in the Touch a Truck event because it looks so nice right now. So.
right.
Did you get that through Sourcewell?
We did. Yep. And with that, that is all that I have today. We've got a lot of irons in the fire.
You talked about the landfill. You had mentioned that you were thinking about maybe next year doing it 2 times a month
Mhm.
during, have we decided whether we're gonna do that or not, or?
We haven't made a decision on that. I think it's something that we still need to look a little
Well,
bit deeper
definitely
into,
between
but-
like April and October, I
Right,
would think,
right,
you
during
know.
those
I don't
good
think on
months.
the other.
Winter
I
months
don't
probably
think
wouldn't
we'll-
get along,
Yeah,
right, yeah.
but yeah, definitely,
Unless you get an ice storm or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
And we can always tweak around that as well. What you got here, sir?
Can I bring you guys this?
I thought we could talk about it when he's here, get all on the same page. There you go. You want?
Yes, please.
I talked to Jeremy about this. I don't know, is that all kind of what you thought from the 55 to Taylor Road?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't have no problem getting signatures. A lot of the people think it really needs to be done, so
Yeah.
whatever
It
your
looks like
procedure is.
looks like you were very successful. Yeah, I would probably propose going a couple hundred feet west of Taylor Road to start the reduced speed ahead, and start it just prior to, because when you're coming eastbound on Old 40 coming up to Taylor Road, that is kind of a blind spot there on top of that hill that people come up on pretty quick. So I would probably recommend starting it a little further west than Taylor Road. But I believe our next process, if commission wanted to pursue this, would be have Betsy draft a resolution to be adopted by the county to reduce that speed limit through that area.
And then how long would it go from 40, well, how long would,
So it would go currently just east of Britt Road. It is down to 40 miles an hour there, so we would just tie it in with that. Yeah. Then it would be 40 mile an hour all the way down to Spring Valley or city county line there.
yeah, I do think that is needed.
I have no disagreement with it myself, so.
So Betsy, is that, we do that?
The last one we did wasn't on petition, it was on, this movement of the BSCC. And so that's under 8/1560, and that's how we did that. I don't know, and I'm gonna look up if there's a different procedure on the petition, because last time Mr. Trump brought it,
Yeah.
and so I don't know if there's a different procedure. I know how 8/1560
Yeah.
works, but I'm not sure about how exactly this works, so I'll figure it out.
Well, I think we can make a motion to move forward and you research, right?
Yep.
Right, we're gonna
Okay.
accept the
All right,
petition, so that you can accept.
I'll make a motion that we move forward in the process of lowering the speed limit on Old 40.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
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 All righty, thank you. Any questions from the commission for me or Kayla?
No?
Okay.
That's a great report.
Thank you very much and have a good day.
You do.
Thank you, that together.
Can you just perhaps make a copy of the petition?
Thank you.
You worked hard.
I did a lot of hay down behind that. When I was training, you got a bench in, you got benched in. You just put my hand together, that's all you want.
That's what I usually do, is it freezes off.
I know it's before that. I saw them 7 years ago.
She said have to feed.
They were in Junction? Yeah, they were out there. I think that's where I'm like, is now. They were out on that end of town. I haven't seen them since I was a kid. Probably when our kids were little. But some, Fort Knox, nothing else. Does it fit for something? But then let my secret was that's for diesel. 50 max. And if you look at this, it's not rich at cost.
I don't know. That's not too sweet.
General budget. I mean, I don't think we're supposed to do it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way I'll have some cheat sheet to go by.
Okay, it's right everywhere. Fine.
Yep. Yep, appreciate it.
Sure. Oh. I was talking about that
Oh, something I failed to cover last week when I was a little late, and you were done with, review and update. So I had an MPO meeting, August 20th. So they're doing this Connect 2050 review again, and they plan to have town halls in all three cities, starting March to April of 2026. But the biggest one for us is we approved the Transportation Emission Reduction Strategy Project. And it's called TIERS. But it's about the crosswalk on Chestnut. And so it's a total of $185,000. TIERS will pay 140 of that, and the city will pay 45. So it's approved, so it'll start getting in the works, and going out for bids. So that was the big. And then we approved a bunch of other stuff. No big, it was all pretty much just standard stuff.
Where would that be on Chestnut?
By Aldi's. Kind of Aldi's and La Fiesta,
Oh,
right in there. They've already done all the traffic studies, and the city's been working on it, and Caw Valley's been working on it. I don't know when they'll go out for bid, and I don't know when they project to start it, but it'll be a dedicated crosswalk, and then we'll
so
also have,
we'll have a light then?
I don't know how that's gonna
Oh.
work, but there'll be turnoffs for Adibus on both sides. It's pretty, eastbound, westbound. So,
Turnoffs. I thought they.
so they
went
can
down.
just pull off the side, and not block traffic.
Oh, I thought they went on that road in front of Chandler Buffet. And that was the drop off for ATA.
Well, they're gonna dedicate little pull-offs for out of us.
So they'll stop and walk all the way there.
Well, there is one there, and then there's the other one over there in back of Cracker Barrel on East Street.
I was surprised at the number of people that they were talking about that got COVID, going to Ireland.
I read that. I mean, there's quite a few
Huh.
that have come
That's
back and
So
are sick.
Beth, yeah, well, Beth was saying, I said, I sent her the link and I said, did you see this? And she said, well, she said something about, they took a picture with a couple others from St. George, there's 5 of them and 3 of them, no, well, 6 of them, 3 of them, had COVID. And then Ladd, the one that was with them,
Oh, yeah.
had all of the symptoms, thought that he had COVID, and Steve was sneezing and stuff, and he tested negative. But I told Beth, I said, well, you better make sure that, because they say a lot of them, like that, those people that said that they, same thing that's been happening, they tested negative, and then they went back a day or 2 later, and then they tested positive. So,
Yeah, I've been back on a plane that long.
yeah. So Trish, how does this app test the water?
I think it like goes, I don't know, there's something in there because it gives the temperature and other information that really do, we had to put in chlorine.
I can get my phone in there.
No, I think there's something in there that you just like hang on our ladder and
Oh,
so it
okay.
stays in there.
Okay, yeah.
And then it just sends the information to you.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah, I bet.
Then he bought one of, this was last year, we haven't used it this year, one of those, they have those cleaners. Have you seen where you put it in there and it cleans like the top and then it'll go on the bottom and like a automatic vacuum? Do you have one?
Yeah.
How, do you like it?
Yeah, I like the real one.
No.
Yeah, he goes all over yesterday. He got caught under the ladder and I couldn't get him out. And, yeah, it's like whatever, because I just like, why do you keep going under that ladder?
We haven't used it this year, I don't think.
It does very good because it goes up the wall.
Yeah,
Up the
yeah.
wall and down and
Yeah.
around.
I think Willie thinks it's too slow. He'd rather just do it.
Oh, well, no, before I'm all mowing my yard, I just stick him in.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
He goes and then, I just, and he, there's a little basket in there and you take the basket out and then yeah, and it kind of sweeps the sides of your pool and stuff too, so I like it. I like it real well. I like watching him go when the water's clear, you can see him zipping along.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I could just see the line going through the water, that's how I could tell where he was.
It's that cloudy?
Yeah, yeah. It tests, everything is good with it, it's just cloudy.
Do you drain yours and then fill it up?
No, I just take it into the skimmer.
Oh, okay. Because last year, we had to get new wine and we couldn't get it till like the middle of July. And so it was telling me, oh, that's your over. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, cake for us.
Did Energy Center do it?
They didn't have time because it was in the middle of when
Yeah.
because we got a leak in it. And, so they were here, but it just came out and did it. That's
How do
okay,
you
it was the
know
first
when
one.
it's leaking in it?
Because when we, took the cover off in April, it didn't have any water.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah, that's a good sign, yeah.
And usually it's, the same or more depending on how much, but.
You know, with above ground, you usually, there's, it goes, obviously, the water goes down, but usually, when the water goes out of, there's.
Then when we filled it up, it was because they didn't have water main break and up the street, and it was all sandy. So we had to like clean it out, take forever to clean it out.
I already want to do the train thing.
No, Energy Center does that, but I can't, when they replace the sand and stuff, of course, my deck is whatever, high enough to where I could about stand under it, because I wanted it high enough for people to work under. But I can't lift a 50-pound bag and to do that, so I have them do it. So, and I hate it, I could probably do it now if I could manage some of that stuff.
Ground floor, because Willie didn't wanna, he puts the liner so he doesn't have to pay.
Yeah. A lot of times, a couple people I know that have those, I didn't even know they were a liner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't tell they were a liner.
Probably not real quick.
No,
Got a few minutes, Keith, will you make
but
your-
I'm supposed to move.
I know you are.
You need one of those little carts that you could stroll along with.
No, he needs to walk.
I need to.
Yeah. Going over to Manhattan, the kids that want to go to Disney World, so going over to sit with Sally and find out how much that's gonna be.
Oh, well,
We would have done it ourselves, but I think
I'm gonna make it.
our time frames, we couldn't find anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, either Thanksgiving or spring break, but, yeah, we thought was kids are old enough to where Addie actually could do it through, Give the Kids a World.
Oh, right.
But she didn't want to do that didn't want to mess with, I think Beth and Steve were gonna go, so they didn't want to mess with trying to
Yeah.
make travel arrangement to coincide with, Trent's daughter, they went.
Oh, did they? Yeah.
And he said it was really good. Kids don't like water slides.
We used to.
Addie will go down water slides, and of course Chase won't, but when we went with that, Mandy, and she was in 6th grade, she of course didn't want to do any of the stuff, so it's like, they got that Universal Studios.
Right.
That Mario Brothers, so we figured.
Yeah.
We'll see how much that's gonna.
I hated those dumb rubber overshoes.
I think it'll be done by whatever, it's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Better off just going barefoot.
Should call her back, I changed my appointment to 2:30 because Mandy's out of school. But I thought, when I looked at the thing, I thought, I better not risk it.
Yeah, you never know. Not here later.
I could possibly make it though, right?
A two-foot.
If I change it back to 1 or 1:30,
Oh.
I'll actually go earlier than later, because Addie's got dance at 4.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as that last executive session doesn't go on.
What am I looking at? Oh, all these things are discussing the code.
Boys, poor public works, I get so many of those Everbridge there, about water main breaks.
Everywhere. And usually they're just in the winter, but boy, they've had.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of old.
Yeah, old, but it's just
And then they spread that fire.
giving out.
That's what they like to keep. Yeah. Second, they missed it.
Using Courtney's car.
They keep advertising that stuff, it's gonna be hard to get a hold of.
That shouldn't be.
They gonna blow the bridge up, or they gonna just tear it down, Trish, you know?
I don't
Okay,
know.
deal.
Well, I know they're not gonna let anybody go underneath it, so
I
I
see they're
don't
gonna
know
go
what they're
through,
gonna do.
gonna detour through
Yeah.
town, they said.
Yeah,
That ought to be interesting.
I know.
Jay Hill,
What, is it for a week?
that or more.
I think,
No, it says detours. On it, right after the part about the week.
I don't know how long they said. That's all
Well,
KDOT.
about 8 days or so.
Huh?
About 8 or 9 days, that somebody put out this morning, but I was wondering if they was gonna tear it down or blow it up and get it out of the road, or like they usually do, don't know.
I don't know.
Imagine the streets. How are they gonna handle all that traffic in town?
It'll be interesting where we go.
I think the MPO meeting's tomorrow, isn't it? Maybe he has some answers. I think it's tomorrow. Have to ask Keith. MPO. Back up to the camera.
Why can't he read it on, you know?
Because it's, the south side's out of service. They're
When you
still
get-
redoing that.
Oh, yeah.
See, westbound, they're gonna use the on and offs, but eastbound, it's gotta go through town. Because you got Walmart's closed. Exit,
Several of
you
those.
can't get off there. How you can get off at Washington, that's it.
I don't think
You
he's
gotta
seen one.
clear the.
No, too many people.
Get off.
Too many
Leave
have
that 57 or whatever the hell that is.
something different.
57, yeah. About 570.
One more in
I didn't come back on the
there.
I didn't come back in
Maybe
the
they'll take That's what I'm working on it.
They become by stations, I bet that's how they're
It's come a lot farther
gonna
than
do
that,
it.
though. Yeah, the horse needs a little more. Yeah, he isn't in the background, of course, so don't blame the progress.
Well, I think we're close enough in time wise, don't you? For our road viewer, or you think we ought to wait and see if somebody else comes?
We're just appointing viewers. So, we received a petition to lay out in Darren Dinger Road. It's currently a minimum maintenance road, and they'd like, or it's currently, they vacated it actually, and they'd like to turn it into a minimum maintenance road. It was previously a road.
Right.
And so they have filed a proper petition. And so if you guys would like to appoint some road viewers,
What about the bond?
they have, had a lot of trouble finding a bond. I called all sorts of people trying to find them a bond. These are really old statutes. The Goodyears are gonna pay for the publication costs, they're gonna pay for the road doing costs, and they're gonna pay for the mailing costs, which should be, and then we're not gonna need a survey. So they're gonna absorb the cost, so it would be covered by bond.
So then, is there a need to have a bond if they're gonna pay for all that?
So there won't be a bond, they're doing that in lieu of a bond because we couldn't locate
Okay,
a bond.
okay, that's what I want to clarify.
Right.
Okay.
How much is the bond?
Well, generally, if you could find a bond, you would set the bond to cover your costs in case they decide not to go through with the road. So if they decided, the commission said, we're not gonna lay out that road.
The road's been laid out, it's been there for a long time.
Was there people who?
Right, but we're talking about the purpose of a bond. So that would cover, if it wasn't laid out
I think we go
before, it would just
two
cover
of
the
the
costs
same we had
associated
last
with the
time,
hearing,
and somebody different.
and the survey.
3 years.
But since they can't find a bond, I mean, so the amount of the bond would vary based on you need a survey and how much
Thank you,
property
John.
there was.
I mean, I got 3/4 of the road is
Hadn't
on
thought
me,
of that, Randy.
so I got some car road, clear down the Davis Creek Road on top of the hill, and they've got so many crooks and sharp turns and that in it. So shoot,
Okay. So the bond's covered.
So the costs are covered, so we just need to appoint road viewers and then we need to get notice out to adjacent property owners, publish notice, and set a date.
if you're gonna view that road, do not go on it when it's wet. There's different parts on it that, you know, this, on the corner, mainly you'll lose control.
I thought you was gonna say, don't go on it when it's dry either.
Well, no, I got that bunch of, hey, a lot of it's gravel. 'Cause my dad made me gravel that back in the 80s.
So, I have a suggestion for one. I thought about John Moyer because he would have been willing to do the last one, but he had surgery, he's healed up.
I was thinking Randy Hill's dad.
Kathy, do you have one?
Thinking, I don't really know.
Steve.
I don't know if he could. We could put, I could ask Steve Hudson.
Okay.
Does Betsy contact him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll contact those three and see if they're willing to serve. And if they're willing to serve, then I'll talk with them about their schedules. We're gonna have to publish it twice. And there's like, you have to do some things within 20 days, so once we get their schedule, then we'll come back to you.
And do we want to go ahead and set our fee that Goodyear's will pay?
They're gonna pay all the actual costs.
No, for the viewers.
For the
Oh,
view?
for the viewers, so, you guys motioned that $20 an hour was the prevailing wage.
Right.
And that was on 6/30/25, and you all passed that and accepted it in the meeting, so I think that is still the prevailing wage. Last viewing, you allocated 3 hours, but I think we probably need to actually see how long they stay out there, and if anything weird comes up, we don't really know, but I think $20 an hour is the prevailing wage. That was set by motion by this commission.
We all
When
good
you,
with that?
when you check that road, come from Carr Road and go, west. If you come off of Davis Creek and go up, kiss your, front end of your car goodbye.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get them contacted.
Appreciate that.
Maybe we should have Public Works drive our viewers out there. You know,
Pardon?
just have Public Works drive them out there,
Yeah, that might be best.
so they don't have to worry about their
Or they
cars.
can meet out there and then Public Works and.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Mhm, just so they're driving the road in the Public Works truck.
Okay. Are you guys ready for the executive session?
I make a motion, we go on executive session for 15 minutes for legal matters related to the Dunbar de-annexation petition.
I'll second.
Executive.
So moved and seconded for 15 minutes executive session.
Don't they have
All those in favor say aye.
public questions at noon?
Yes,
Yes.
at noon.
We're just going into executive session and we'll come back
All
out.
right.
First time I've been here.
That's fine.